Let's talk Tanya for the 20th of Kislev of a leap year. In yesterday's Tanya, we learned the title page of Tanya, and also we had the approbations, the haskamas of two of the colleagues of the Alter Rebbe to the Tanya. In today's Tanya, we have the introduction to the expanded version of Tanya, which was published after the passing of the Alter Rebbe, was published in the year 1813. In order to understand the nature of this expanded version of Tanya, a little history of Tanya. So the Tanya was first published in the year 1796, and incidentally, it was published on the 20th of Kislev, so today actually is the anniversary of the date of when the Alter Rebbe first published the Tanya. However, when he first published the Tanya, it only had two parts to it. The first part, which is Likutei Amarim, and the second part, which is Shar Yichud of Emunah. The first part, Likutei Amarim, is all about how to serve Hashem and how to overcome our struggles. The second part is some more deep Kabbalah about the unity of God. 2 years later, the Alter Rebbe republished the Tanya with a third section. This time he added what is known as Igeris HaTshuva, and it is 12 chapters, all talking about the mystical understanding of tshuva, of repentance. And for the rest of the Alter Rebbe's lifetime, that was Tanya. It was republished several times, but Tanya contained these three sections, the Likutei Amarim, the Shar Yichud V'Emunah, and the Igeris HaTshuva. The Alter Rebbe passed away in the year 1812, and the next year, the Alter Rebbe's sons republished the Tanya, but they added two sections. And these two sections are just an assortment of the writings of the Alter Rebbe, because most of the Alter Rebbe's teachings were not written. Most of the Alter Rebbe's teachings were oral. So they figured whatever writings that they could find, writings which had relevance to the general public, which were on the topic of Chassidus, they would append it to the Tanya. So this Tanya now contains 5 sections, and this today's Tanya is the introduction which the sons of the Alter Rebbe wrote to introduce this expanded version of Tanya. Now, the significance of the fact that the final product of the Tanya had 5 sections was not lost on the Chassidim, because the Tanya is known as the Torah Shebiksav, or the Bible of Chassidus. And just as the Torah Shebiksav, the written Torah, the Bible has 5 books to it, Bereshis, Shmois, Vayikra, Bamidbar, Dvarim, so the Tanya also, in a corresponding fashion, the Tanya also has 5 sections to it to correspond to the 5 parts of the Torah. And the connection goes a little further than just being numeric in nature, and that is, there's a major difference between the written Torah and the oral Torah. In the oral Torah, the significance of what we're learning is more about the ideas and less about the words, which is why the words aren't as important when you're learning the Mishnah or the Talmud. It's more about the ideas that are contained therein. As opposed to in the actual Chumash, when you open up a Sefer Torah, it's not only about the ideas. In fact, the primary holiness is in the words. The Tanya is similar in the sense that the Alter Rebbe made sure that every single word and every single letter is precise and is exact. And therefore, the holiness of Tanya is not only in the ideas in Tanya, but actually in the words of Tanya, which is why I would encourage you, let's talk Tanya. We talk about some of the ideas of Tanya. But I encourage you also to make sure that every single day, alongside Let's Talk Tanya, actually open up your Tanya, read the words. There's a specific holiness in the words of the Tanya themselves. Tomorrow's Tanya, we are going to start learning the author's foreword to Tanya. The Alter Rebbe wrote a foreword we're in. He expands upon the mission statement of Tanya. We started talking about it yesterday. He further expands on the mission statement, and we will start that, God willing, in tomorrow's Let's Talk Tanya.